Well, hi guys. Well, I've bit the bullet and I've put the birds out into their breeding cages. I had all the cocks in one flight together, but they were starting to get really aggressive as the light started to extend and the weather's picking up. There's some heat in the sun. There was a lot of scrapping going on, so I thought better put them out into the cages to stop any of them getting too severely pecked about. Right, so what we've got, I've always put the cock on the left hand side, so it's the cock on the left and the hen bird in the right cage. I've not put the metal sliders in yet. I've put the solid partitions in there, and they will stay like that now for probably a week, 2 weeks, while they settle in, because they've all been together in say in the flights, the hens together and the cocks together, so they need a bit of settling down time. So I put them in there to settle down, and then in about 2 weeks time I'll take the solid centre section out and I'll replace it with a wire section so they could get used to seeing each other. Now they can hear each other all right at the minute, so you know they'll start to try and see through any cracks between the slider, so I might pull them a slider out slightly so they can get a good look at who's in the other cage. They can hear them, and the hens are starting to really bounce about, and the cockbirds have been singing, so they're not far off wanting to go down, but I should give it another couple of weeks yet and say let them settle in. Right, this is the first pair. Now I've got a non-intensive cockbird. I had a choice of two, that one there and that one there, and I'm still in two minds whether to swap them round, because that one's slightly got more even frosting over the feathers, so it might be a better choice than that cockbird, but I'm not, you know, I don't really know, because that's a non-intensive. You always put it with an intensive hen and vice versa. So if that was an intensive cock, like the one over here, there's an intensive cockbird, I would normally put a non-intensive hen with it, but I've not really got a real good non-intensive hen, so sometimes you have to make do with what you got. So I've put two, well, you can say they're intensive, the hen, but she's not really the best colour, but I say she's you can put you don't want to put two frosted birds together, because what you'll end up with a whiter bird rather than the evenly frosting over the feathers, and you won't get an intensive bird either. So you can put two intensive birds together, and sometimes you get some good results. I've done it a few times. So this here, I mean, he's more intensive than he is non. He's got a few frosted feathers on his back, but I would class him, no, he's 50-50, but I should go more intensive, and that's the only non-intensive hen I've got. So I put that pair together. I'm even thinking about swapping that hen there with the one over there. I don't know, I might play that around in my head for a few days now they're settled up into the cages. You know, it's something you need to make a decision over. Now you've got them up there in the light, you might change your mind. This is the time to change it before they get bonded as a pair. So here's my spare cockbird down there. I'd like to have some spare ends, but unfortunately this year I haven't, so I might try and get a couple of spare ends. And then so there's the red mosaics, the hen on the right, the cock on the left. He wasn't that good, but he seems to have come round. So he's put him in there. He's started to. I've never heard him sing, but he's bouncing around. He's feeding all right, and he might settle down and say that's his daughter in there. I don't really like to do that, putting the two together, but in this case I've got no choice. So I'll put them together, see how they go, and if the cock doesn't do any good, I might put the hen out with the goldfinch who's out in the flight with the two razzers which I've got. They're settling down outside, so we're going to see how they go. And I say it won't hurt to put another hen out. If he doesn't do any good and I've got nothing to put on her, I shall put her out with the goldfinch to see if I can get some nice mules. Right, so I'll make another video in probably 2 weeks when I put the slider in, and I'll tell you if I've swapped any of the pairings round, and then we'll see how we go from there. Right, cheers guys.